Hey man, get that thing out of the way. It's game time. Are you tired of being played by barbershops who just can't seem to get it right? Do you get tired of silly games your barber plays with something as serious as your haircut? Are you ready for a real cut? Well, come to Game Time Barbershops. We're open 7 days a week. No ride? No problem. We offer Uber haircuts. Located 2409 South Lumpkin Road, Columbus, Georgia. Call us at 762-821-2581. Like us on Facebook. Call today. Game Time Barbershop for the winning cut.
Yo, what up? This is DJ Chip, and you are watching New Way to Live Network. Bam.
Not knowing what value he reads, but clearly we have areas that we're trying to work more addressing more effectively. But all that said, since we're here to talk about parental involvement, it does need to be a partnership with the parents working together to address the needs both at home and at school.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I wanted to. Could you tell us who you are first? My name is Walisha Wilson. I thought you were going to talk a little bit more about it. Okay. My name is Walisha Wilson. I am a parent first, and I would consider myself a community advocate, a little bit more of a community big mouth. But I'm very vocal on a lot of issues that go on in the community, and I started an organization here in Columbus that assists individuals with criminal records trying to employ them. And one of the issues that a lot of things.
Hello everybody, this is Johnny Newsom with Financial Solution and Associates, and you're tuned into New Way to Live Network.
First started out in education working at Head Start as a counselor. And I know when I was coming to school, I was going to Daniel and a lot of schools we went to, our teachers had no problem coming to the home. And I think one of the problems that I see is my child was bullied. I don't think she was challenged enough at school, so I pulled her out. Me personally, I would tell every parent to pull their child out of school and homeschool, because to me, you get better educated at home. My biggest issue, or my concern, or my question to you, Dr. Lewis, is to avoid the school to prison pipeline. Are there any programs to implement? I know the paper said sensitivity training, or people say cultural training. We know that's the normal 7 to 8 hours. But in an instance of you being a teacher, probably let's say a white teacher, that's out of college, 22, 23 years old, having a kid, you're in the hood at one of those schools, you have a child that's bouncing around, but the child is going to sleep at 2 o'clock this morning, they haven't eaten since breakfast, the mom's a crackhead, mom and daddy stayed into it. So when you get to school, you have all of these problems and dynamics that will say the child is a problem child. So I think a lot of problems is our children are automatically sent to the principal's office, security, locked up. And that is my concern. What beyond just the typical training of cultural training, what kind of depth does it go into? Does it go into those type of dynamics? Because substance abuse is a big issue in the Black community. A lot of parents are not active in their kids' lives. We do have a lot of active parents, but we have actually dropped the ball on some of our kids. So what are the teachers doing to help those people that come in? Because I know it's one of the things that we don't have in school are a lot of Black male teachers, which I feel we need a lot more of, or a lot of older Black teachers. Because we used to have them when I was training teachers. So, two-part question. What is the school district doing to recruit teachers who look like our children? And what do you all do beyond this training to actually be able to understand that I understand why this child is sleeping in class because they didn't sleep at night, or the police was at their house at 3 o'clock in the morning because what's going on at home. Because a lot of times you don't know what's going on in a child's life, you assume that everything is going good. So what side of that, besides recruiting of people who are more able, and then also as far as that training, I guess you want to call it sensitivity training, but something where the teacher's actually going out to the home, whether it's once a quarter, or something, or counsel or something to actually see how these children live.
Okay, so let's address your first question, which I believe you said with how we're going about trying to attract and recruit more minority teachers, primarily male. At this point, let me just share with you, it's getting harder and harder to find teachers, period. The nation is undergoing a teacher shortage like we've never seen before. So that's important for us to know. And part of that you can look at right now, not to protect the answer, but we have baby boom generation getting ready to retire out. That's one of our largest generations ever had. We are having less teachers, potential teachers, going in the field. So you have already a vacuum from the standpoint of the people that are retiring versus the number of people going into the profession to begin with. Now, specifically trying to recruit minority teachers, we are going to predominantly historically black colleges and universities. We're sending our recruiters there. We're trying to be a little bit more proactive. We're using social media because that's where most of the young people and millennials are, is on social media. So we're trying to go through that medium to attract people. We've had some very good success recently of going and having our own job fairs. But a lot of times when you go to job fairs and you're booth 165 out of 234 booths, you're just one of that many. So we've got to try and find a way to bring them to our community, let them see what we have to offer them. So to your point, one of the things we're doing is going there. We're sending social media. We're having them here. One of the things we're also doing is talking to deans, predominantly and historically African-American colleges and universities, to develop a relationship with the deans, talking with them specifically. What do we have here that might be of interest to your students graduating? Because most deans of universities and colleges want their students to have a good, successful first experience. So that's some of the things we're doing. In addition to that I think is a little bit different than what some districts are doing, is we are trying to find ways where we might be able, and we're talking with other groups right now, I would love very much for us to set up teacher villages. If we can get enough people, maybe we have apartment complexes, much like they may do with police officers and so on. But if we can get a apartment complex, people that would rent at low cost to our teachers, create a professional village where those teachers can come and live in the neighborhoods where they work, we think that could be very beneficial as well, and we're trying to expand that idea. That's not in place yet. Now, to your point about sensitivity training, most of that goes through our colleges and universities, preparing teachers in their pre-cert program. We do a certain amount of it here as well. But something that I'm very encouraged about and we're looking forward to my knowledge, we're going to be the first school district, or one of the first school districts anywhere that I know of. We are going to build an urban lab school at Spencer High School, in the new Spencer High School. It's we're working in partnership with Columbus State University. As you mentioned, most of the people going into the profession typically are white young females. That's what we see. It's not white males and African American males. Males in general are hard to get to come to education. So we're trying to go out and recruit people, but on top of that, when they come to the CSU, we want to build it at. Let me just go back to the whole concept of lab school in case somebody doesn't know. A laboratory school is a school in which the teachers work with students, and typically those lab schools are located on the campus of a college or university. And typically they're elementary grades. We want to kind of put that on its head. We want to put it out in an urban school like Spencer and make it more of a secondary approach and have the kids come, I say kids, the young professionals, those who are becoming teachers, come to work in an actual lab school like Spencer and experience not just an internship, but to actually experience how to teach effectively students who come from an urban environment who may have more of those urban traits and characteristics that these white females may not relate to as well. So we think that can be a really great success. We've had a number of colleges and universities express interest in our idea. As a matter of fact, we received a $35,000 grant from our community foundation here with Betsy Cummington and Company to try and help us foster a better idea of what that might look like. So we're working with Columbus State University so that when Spencer opens, we're going to have this lab school in place, and we hope that it's something we can expand if it's successful. Does that help?
Sure, thank you. I just want to say something real quick. I do apologize. I just assumed that everybody knows who I am. Like I've been on the most wanted or something.
Peace and prosperity to you. I'm Dr. J. Aleem Hood, the host and executive producer of Dr. Hood's Visions. You're watching New Way to Live Network.
Hello, my name is Liz Shanti, and I would like for you to watch our show, The A Girl Show, right here on New Way to Live Network. ADD, what's up? ADD, what's up?
Did you know that in today's society, your credit score is like a vital sign in the hospital? It's being monitored at all times. If not by you, certainly someone else is monitoring your credit. It can have various impacts over your life. It can impact your insurance premiums as well as your interest rates. You can be denied the ability to rent a home, purchase a car, get a credit card, or even more, you can be denied employment. Did you know that over the course of your lifetime, less than an excellent credit rating could cost you over $150,000? 20% of credit reports have errors on them, causing lower credit scores. But did you know this? The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives all Americans, including you, the right to dispute and or investigate any item on their credit report. Inaccurate, erroneous, or obsolete items such as late payments, charge-offs, foreclosures, judgments, repossessions, bankruptcies, tax liens, collections, short sales, medical bills, and many other items can be removed from your credit file or can be updated to reflect paid as agreed. Hey, you don't have a minute to waste. Call me today at 706-366-5520. Again, that's 706-366-5520. Let's get started increasing your credit score.
Hello, my name is Star Thomas, owner and operator here at North Lumpkin Beauty and More, and today we'd like to welcome you. I would like to welcome you to Columbus, Georgia's first and only black-owned beauty supply, shop, and fashion clothing store. We're open from Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. We carry virgin hair, Remy hair, and natural hair products with brands like Milky Way, Saga, JBS, and more. If you are looking for competitive pricing, boutique clothing, hair care products, and a beauty shop all under one roof, then stop in today. Mention this commercial to receive your 10% off.
North Lumpkin Beauty and More, 3448 North Lumpkin Road, Columbus, Georgia. Call us today, 706-221-5243.
Former school board member, the chairperson of the NAACP Education and former president, first female president, I'm always proud to say it, right, Tom? I'm also the business manager of Columbus Times newspaper. So I have a relationship with everybody here, it seems like, right? So I just wanted to let you know a little bit about myself, just in case you didn't know, so I'm Barbara Pierce. Yes, sir.
Ms. Barbara Pierce. I'd like to,
Ms.
Once they tell the community activist, but the same about the special children that you all were talking about touched on this Dr. Hud, I remember. Some of the children I know, and I'm from the East Vernon area, between my and the road that you are in, some of those children themselves have seen loved ones taken out of their life, talking about from the tax on up to the teenagers. They are, in my life, very special. My outreach, I need y'all help to guide me into the hood. The only thing I can see is me being at Ewart Park. But here's young people that see someone very taken out of their life in the community. I'm talking about black children that I know and I see. And Columbus, when I speak of a community, I talk about all of Columbus where black live and die. They even down to the downtown area. Our kids are very special and sensitive. But to bring out that hurt that they have seen, the animosity they should have of I don't know, I made a statement to a young lady that my neighborhood is starting to look like tombstone territory, as we grew up in that cowboy era, where these guys have been murdered, some of the young ladies found dead. These children shouldn't be taunted by going to your mama won't cry, your daddy. All that nonsense, it will come, and it's not for poor children to judge each other the way they do. And for us as individual human beings to say what we want to say about another person. But what are we going to do with these special children? And may I please take the program?
Yeah, that's fine. Did anybody else want to answer that? Just let me just get back to Dr. Hood. Come back to him. Anybody else want to answer that? Dr. Hood?
We need the mic.
Yeah, no,
Well, let me say this. I want to just be out of the unaware I was in the corner of the room, and that is that we have to die north from south. On the road, we're more or less middle class economic situations. On the south, basically, lower middle, and low. Now, I know my own personal work that I did in my research. One of the big problems that we have is the self-concept, the identity, the self-awareness of children coming from disadvantaged communities who are black, who really don't identify with the needs of their community. And that's because the same reason why we have the atmosphere in the country that we do now, where there's a movement of white supremacy, white nationalism. So what I'm saying is that we truly need a curriculum so people can understand the African American experience in American society, and particularly for African American children, who ultimately are going to be the ones responsible for the development of their communities. So I guess I'm wondering, where on this board, we know we're dealing with special needs, etc., but where is the issue of cultural diversity? Because children, and this diversity, remember, is just not a problem, it's a principal problem of the white female, middle class, teaching lower class black ladies. But it's just as much a problem among African Americans who are unaware of their own heritage, that can deliver the information. So throughout the system, we need to have a multicultural curriculum that truly reflects the needs and requirements. Let me give you an example. Aflac, many years ago, he has a large number of Japanese owners, policies, and Japan is a big part of the Aflac corporation. On Saturdays, when those executives would come from Japan, every weekend they would have their children learning Japanese culture, the language, the ways, the mores, the morals, because they did not want them indoctrinated, assimilated to the American system. And as a result of that, because they ultimately want them to carry on the heritage of the Japanese. One of the problems that we've been dodging is the necessity, because I can see it from the top down, to understand who people of African descent are. How are these conditions? Is this a DNA today? The notion that this is a DNA situation, as opposed to a cultural imperialism situation. So are there any efforts, are there any discussions to begin to evolve this curriculum so that, and let me take one step further, we have Muslim children in this community, in other diverse religious backgrounds, that people just aren't aware of. They get their information, even as educated, from CNN and from Fox, which merely give you a politicized view. They don't give you actually an accurate understanding. Now, we at the NAACP will make ourselves available to do cultural awareness throughout the system in order to make sure that they get the type of curriculum, they get the type of literature, so that our children can indeed take their place and not just look to assimilate, but to actually to build their way into American society, as we've done all along.
How y'all doing? I would like to say that it is a cultural problem, and our people don't know. I'm gonna give you two analogies, just so you can follow me, okay? Let's say you have a bird and a fox, right? And this fox is gonna teach this baby bird everything that it knows. Everything about life, everything it is to know about protecting yourself, everything that the fox knows how to do. But will this fox ever teach this baby bird how to fly? And that's the position we in today. So if you say, let's say I got a daughter, and I give my daughter everything that she needs to survive because she can't take care of herself. Once my daughter is able to do the things for herself that I was able to do for her, I would have to look at my daughter as an equal, because she's able to do for herself what I'm able to do for mine. When have the African people here in America showed anybody that we can do for ourselves? See, every time we try to do it, we're attacked, we're killed, we're jailed, and we sit here and we talk about a cultural problem, but it's on us. We're asking the school system to take care of our kids, and it's on us. See, when you talk about a community or a village, everyone in that community or village understands the politics. They know how to get money, which is an economical system that they build for themselves. See, it's about us to do what we have to do for ourselves. And it's not about segregation. It's not about reforming the system, because the system was never designed for us. So it's going to be hard to reform it. We have to create a system, because we are a free people, according to the 13th Amendment. So we are a free people, and we are free to do these things that we're asking other people to do for us. All we have to do is organize, come together, and build it, and be able to protect it.
Now, I'm sorry I didn't introduce our, I'm trying to get you in here, I'm trying to sneak a little bit, and what I need to do is my president of the NAACP had asked me to speak, but I want to ask her to yield to our marshal for a minute, you know, and ladies and gentlemen, that's tons of Thomas right there, that's the end of the shot. Look at, oh my God, I can't believe this.
I just wanted to touch on one thing to make sure that we can bring this back to where the crux of the matter of the subject was. We talked about bringing in teachers from the African American community. When we start doing that, and I will take it from a law enforcement perspective, I spoke with other agency heads that don't look like me. And I've asked the question before, why is it when there's an issue in the black community that we have to send a black officer? If we train our people the right way to understand fairness and cultural differences, then we don't have to go out and look for other means to deal with our children, because I think that when we do this, that we are creating a separate environment, and that we are saying that only you can deal with this type of student. And see, we can't do that. We have to make sure that our kids are just like anybody else, because it's no different than us having to go out and to hire someone to specialize in dealing with a human being. our children don't have specialties that you have to have an expert, a subject matter expert to deal with. When we do that, we are creating a separate community, and when you see the issues that are haunting America now, with public safety in the citizens, there's a disconnect. And we are...
My name is Jamaya Bush, and I'm 11 years old. I've been on this dance team for 2 years, and I want to be a dance instructor, and I'm a captain for a girls' dance team.
Hi, my name is Felicia L. Hamilton, and you're watching New Way to Live TV.
Hello, my name is Juan Lane, and thank you for tuning in to this station, New Way to Live. Listen, we can't do it without your help. We need you to send your donations in today. This is how this station operates, and we're trying to do the very best for you and your family with the production that we have. We are really giving it our all, but we cannot continue it without your financial support. So please send your offerings in to P.O. Box 3615, Columbus, Georgia 3631903. In care of New Way to Live, and we'll make sure that we get it on so we can keep this great program going. If you and your family are enjoying it, we pray that you continue we pray that you send us a offering that we can continue it and do the very best for you. Also, make sure that you watch our public education program. This is a very special program where it can help you prepare for your next test. The public education program, right here on New Way to Live. Thank you. Did you know that the majority of people have no will, trust, or power of attorney? What will happen to your children, property, or other assets? If you can't make decisions for yourself, who will know your wishes? Will the appropriate people know where to find all of your personal and financial documentations and information? Well, we have a program developed by attorneys to complete at your own pace from the comfort of your home. You can update this program as needed with no add-ons or surprise fees. You can secure all of your important information in this virtual password-protected safety deposit box with easy-to-use services and client support system available. Please call me today at 706-366-5520. Again, call me today at 706-366-5520. I hope to hear from you soon.